With that, we're gonna head into the album review. And it's Smoke Sessions 3 by Lord Apex. The man is already several albums deep in his career, and I just discovered who he is. Alright, and we're instantly into that slow groove of the track Back Up from Lord Apex's Smoke Sessions 3 album. So yeah, this is a pretty young cat, new on the scene, hailing from White City, West London, and the guy is fire. So before I tell you too much about him, let's just get into the big track. This one is called Like You Know, produced by Angus Luke, who mixed down the whole project. So yeah, let's get into this one. I think this is the first single of the project, and one of the more upbeat tracks, and a good introduction to the man, who claims to be inspired by MF Doom and Redman. Hot on the heels of his project with V-Don, the US producer, Supply and Demand, which was very well received.
So that cat still take a toll. Fucking still writing while I roll. Yeah. Demons almost caught a hold. Yeah. Harlem Shake shook off. Yeah. LA done too off. Cough like I caught a cold. Let's start acting like you know. Throwing elbows, hitting two-step, dripping hell stones. Elevation merge, baggies in a purse. That's a need to know. Speaking on my name, pull up pillow talking, acting like a hoe. Said he won't collapse, so I need a bag, bring it to the show. I was raised a leader, can't fuck with a teacher, I was born to grow. Family, money, love, little bit of drugs, told me what I know. Nature, water, weed, only shit I need when I'm on a go. Look, back then was a crook, let me off the hook, keep it on the low. AB done did it again. I don't like you, don't mean to pretend. Know this shit really meaning it. So I'm trying to make grief for my friends, just so I can pull up in the back. She gon' show while I count with my hands. In the morning she do it again, she gon' lose it again. Why? Every on addict mode, so that gas still take a toll. Fucking still writing while I roll. Shit, demons almost caught a hold. Fuck, Harlem Shake shook off. LA done took off. Like I caught a cold. Best I get like you know. Throwing elbows, hitting two-step, dripping hell stones. Elevation merge, baggies in a purse, that's a need to know. Speaking on my name, polo pillow talking, acting like a hoe. Said he won't collab, so I need a bag, bring it to the show. I just switched up the margin again. I just made you a target again. I just found a new market again. Celebrating, I spot it again. Trying to pull up and park it again. Trying to run up a harvest again. He came through in the hardy again. He the hardest again. Yeah, AP on addict mode, so that gas still take a toll. Fuck it, still writing while I roll. Fuck, demons almost caught a hold. Shit, Harlem Shake shook them off. Yeah, LA done took off. Yeah, like I caught a cold. Best that I get like you know. Hey, best that I get like you know. No, hey, best that I get like you know. No, hey, best that I get like you know.
So I think we can safely say that Lord Apex is here. What a way to make an impact. Yeah, massive tune, and definitely one of the artists to keep an eye on for the future. So even though this project is produced by a load of different producers, the sound is very homogeneous, and it could easily have been all by the same guy. Let me just shout some names out. So producers on this album. There's one called The Count with a K, who's maybe on about 3 tracks. But then literally after that, it's all like there's no repeat producers. It's each man on one. We've got The Purist, Blaze, Mulade, Dropped Milk, Slum Foo, San Marto, Love Vibe, DJ Rekka, Two North, and Maverick Sabre. So a lot of people chipping into this one. And after a project with just one producer, he's done exactly the opposite, really. And credit to Lord Apex for making it all work. And he really is the protagonist on this one. And there's relatively few features. Just a couple with Wiki and Maverick Sabre, Louis Culture and Finn Foxell. Really all on that last track. So anyway, let's get into that. Smoke, there's a track. This one called I Need a Light.
Yeah. Many people have smoked marijuana. Many have seen marijuana, but very few people have ever heard marijuana. Yeah. This is what it sound like. Get your backwards ready. Roll up a pound, right? You ain't even gotta pass that joint. I got my own.
Yo, from window shopping out in shoe stores to doubling my money out in New York. Even then I'm looking at myself like I could do more. I switch time zones and transcend. Off the back end we typed in. Even when I'm broke, don't know when nigga that's flies me. My girl said she uncomfortable, so I'ma get this guy to leave. First I hit the promo on the low, though he gon' buy the trees. Purist, he supply the beats, put the shoulder fly to east. Adam losing sight, Eve been seeing more. Lizzie getting busy on this type of evening. I just buy a stack for niggas on this grease thing. Every line he spat, a rap mother grieving. Flows is razor sharp like end of tongue bleeding dark. Even though the tempo little slower, same effects I feel when putting jungle juice inside my soul. There's still new forces with the error lighter. Dress up like my oldest golden polar on my shoulder, nigga. Ay, give me the light, ay. Give me the light, give me the light, give me the light, ay. Give me the light, give me the light, give me the light, ay. Give me the light, give me the light, give me the light, ay. I need a light, ay. Give me the light, give me the light, give me the light, ay. Give me the light, give me the light, give me the light, ay. Give me the light, give me the light, give me the light, ay.
Now, who's hot, who's not? You tell me who pop, who's selling out tours, who merch is getting copped. I just copped a new chain, shit on my watch. Living off pot, really. Building my stocks, I'm on it, paper or coin. Checking my Coinbase daily, see what it's doing. Yeah, I hear the chat, it's all noise. Cause comparison's the thief for all joy. Yeah, bad bitches making movies with them. Gold bottle short stays with jacuzzis in them. Separate the losers from who be winning. Calm with the flow, how I smoothly kill them. Yeah.
I need a light, ayy. Give me the light, give me the light, give me the light, ayy. Give me the light, give me the light, give me the light, ayy. Give me the light, give me the light, give me the light, ayy. I need a light, ayy. Give me the light, give me the light, give me the light, ayy. Give me the light, give me the light, give me the light, ayy. Give me the light, give me the light, give me the light. I need a.
Yeah, so that's a big one, good to see him hooking up with big names as well, so he's obviously got people in the right places to do big things. And just listen to this. How chilled is this? Ridiculous. So yeah, it's all about creating an atmosphere, creating a mood, a feeling, and it's a very mellow one in general. I guess it depends what you're looking for. So yeah, not floor fillers so much, but definitely ones to appreciate, and you're taking a time out. And you might be thinking, well, is it all like weed lyrics and like that, you know, kind of? And you know, there is quite a lot of that, of course, but there's so much more to it. And you know, his rapping is incredibly technical as well. He's got phenomenal flow, but he's also got that energy and that vitality that I feel from people in the grime scene. Even maybe the more commercial people like Dizzy, he's got that. But then he's also got the technicality of some of the doper underground MCs like your MF Dooms and Redman himself, and his ability to write reams upon reams on what you might think is a limited topic. So anyway, I'm going to leave you with the opening track of the album. This one called SSV3, Smoke Sessions Volume 3, I guess. Hope you're feeling this one. You know what to do, cop that. It's out on Believe Digital and all the usual platforms.
Eyes closed, yeah, no, shit's always on point, right down to the decimal. SoundCloud rapper diet, niggas looking edible, underground general. I told him meet me at the top, that's a better view. Dog, I'm telling you, word. Like, making no believer, told the reefer, cause my grass is always greener than the next man. Pull off like an X-Man. Eyes on Cyclops, eyes stop. Find crops tucked by the chicken in the rice shop. My dots quick, cause they know we never like cops. Tie and talk, came for Scorsese, that's a light cop. Smoking rough, maybe used to try to find the right spot. Now I'm yaki bunning in abundance till my eyes pop. Just look at my guys, we all fent it. We said that we'll rise, we all meant it. We made him a prize, then he spent it. So now we recouped and he saved it. It's real red line, the time racing. So I'ma get mine, I ain't hating. And best believe I ain't waiting. And shorty and Prada, she looks Satan. He sip out the bottle, he ain't chasing. It's all from the soul, he ain't faking. Believe me, blood, sweat and tears, it's not easy. She told me spit on it, she's so freaky, like tease me. More of a stoner than a rap star. Black car, up spin a block like NASCAR. Till he up shit's creek. Brother Lynch hung niggas trying to end up 6 feet in a ditch that you can't climb out of. Flows on fine china, I'm a fine diner. Over fine wine, we gon' talk about the road. Apocalyptic reminders, wish they could rewind us. PS1 Rayman, copping through wind-ups. Back to first house parties, trying to get wind-ups. Listening to wheel-ups, shorty get feel-up. Know they gon' feel us. Stone foundation change, know we still us. Even though it's still tough. With that being said, I ain't felt myself in a sec. I ain't felt myself in a sec. And with that being said, I ain't felt myself in a sec. I ain't felt myself in a sec. And with that being said, I ain't felt myself in a sec. I ain't felt myself in a sec. And with that being said, I ain't felt myself in a sec. I ain't felt myself in a sec. I stood froze. My mind glows as I roll and I count out my revenue. Tell me who tryna buy so I can get ahead of you. Told him meet me at the spot in a better mood. 2 L's like it's cool, I caught him. Trust no girl but a few important. You ain't seen these cause my jeans imported. See a stoner with no smoke, believe I saw him like used to walk miles in the cold to the stew. Used to smoke sour till it stopped coming through. That's my guy, I ain't seen him cause he stopped bunning too. Might as well love myself since I stopped loving you.